Xoxo, Xoxo, Xoxo. Anyhow, bad man now pow. Xoxo, Xoxo, Xoxo. Anyhow, be the man of my day now. Xoxo, Xoxo, Xoxo. Neptune make #1 tune, yeah. Xoxo.
Hey guys, it's your girl Katlyn Shanice and I'm back here with another video. If this is your first time viewing my channel, please go ahead and check out some of my other videos, and if you're a returning viewer, welcome back. Today I'm going to be coming to you all to talk about the subject matter at hand. It has to be all over your YouTube feed, and if you use Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, it's definitely had to be mentioned by your aunts, uncles, mamas, brothers, sister, cousins. Wendy Williams and this whole divorce foolery we got going on, honey child. So if you all live under a rock, Wendy Williams has just recently served her soon-to-be ex-husband Kevin Hunter, or Kevin, we're gonna call him about what we know him as. He got too many aliases for me, but Kevin Hunter with divorce papers. It has now come out that he has been cheating with cheating on Wendy with a mistress by the name of Sharina Hudson, who's from my home state of South Carolina. Ooh, to South Carolina. I know this isn't good. All press isn't good press, but shout out to all my people in South Carolina. It is stated from the videos I've watched and the little bit of research I've done. I'm not here to dive into all that. I just come to give you a little bit of the synopsis, if you will. He's been cheating on Wendy since about 2008. That's too long for me. That's 11 years, 2 year long for me. I can't do it. And yeah, she just recently served him with divorce papers. We've been seeing Wendy has been going through hell for the past 2 months. She's been in the sober house. She had that broken, like a fractured shoulder. And I just wanted to come to talk about 4 major points, or not 4 major points, but 4 things that I have taken away from seeing Wendy in the public eye. And I don't know, just wanted to share with you all. First things first, I remember when I was watching a video on Charlamagne saying how Kevin and his mistress Sharina go way back, and how they all ran in the same circles back in the day when Wendy had her radio. Before she got on TV, she was on her radio show in New York, and Charlamagne was her co-host, and he was saying how Sharina, or Nikki as he knows her, was around. And Kevin would, like, flirtation and all that good jazz. And I'm not diving to Charlamagne, but Charlamagne doesn't like Kevin either. And with that being said, I mean, if Kevin was flirting with Sharina and Wendy, that's back then, they got married, what, 1998, I think it said? If you can't tell when your man is being too friendly with the woman, or when it can be either way, when your woman is being too friendly with a man, I don't know, you need to go talk to someone, but learn that discernment. I mean, I've only been married for what, a year and a half now, and I can definitely, I would hope and pray my husband would never be flirting with someone, but I would definitely be able to tell if a woman was trying to, flirt with my man, and I would have just nipped it in the bud right there. My thing is, a lot of people want to say, oh, it's innocent, or maybe he was just being friendly. Like, nah, that's just not my cup of tea. I mean, I get it. You're going to converse with the opposite sex when you're out in the work field. You may encounter some very successful women or men, whatever the case may be. But my thing is, Wendy, there's no way she could have not known that they had some type of relationship going on. There's just no way. I don't think the wool could have been pulled over my eyes to the point where I'm like, no, he would never. Don't you run anything past anyone. The love of your life could just sure as hell be doing you wrong, okay? And like I said, I'm not here to give marriage advice. I still have a lot of learning and growing. My husband and I, we have a lot to do ourselves. But, just know those boundaries and check. If she should have checked him right then and there. Back in 1998 or early 2000s, whatever that happened, she should have checked him right then and there. That's point 1. Excuse me. Point 2, abuse. Any type of abuse is abuse. It don't matter if it's verbal, physical, mental, all that. Right after Wendy served Kevin with divorce papers, she had to hire 3 more bodyguards because she was honestly fearful of what may happen. And from what the statements that people have said and the run-ins, I mean, from Charlamagne to the little co-host for Real Housewives of Atlanta, the little white guy, saying how a lot of people have had fallouts with Wendy over her husband. And he's had a lot of allegations thrown at him and a lot of cases. I mean, he's had like sexual assault cases and a lot of people say he has temperamental issues, people in that realm in the business world. And honestly, he looks like the type of man to get mad because he can't get his way and probably like try to rough you up. And if any abuse, and I'm sure enough he has something that had to go on within their home in New Jersey. And when Wendy came back with that fractured shoulder, the first thing that came to my mind was, okay, this man definitely put his hands on her. There's no way. Like, she was in a sober house, and then, I think this was right at the time when she was in the sober house, and then she comes up with a fractured shoulder. It wasn't adding up. I mean, unless the people at the sober house were treating her like a punching bag, and I'm just like, you got way too much money to be in one of these little rundown sober houses, honey, okay? No shade to the sober houses across the, United States, but I said what I said. It just seeing her, this made me think of Sophia from The Color Purple when she's walking to see Miss Celie in the field after Miss Celie told Harpo to beat Miss Sophia. She said, girl, you better bash Mrs. Head open and think about heaven later.
This life be over soon. Heaven lasts always. Girl, you ought to bash Mrs. Head open and think about heaven later.
Like, I just... Don't wait for, the final straw to arise for you to want to leave a situation. It just, like I said, any type of abuse is abuse, whether it's mental, physical, verbal, all of that is abuse. And my prayers go out to Wendy and her family. I just hope that she can get through this smoothly, and I hope her friends really crowd around her at this point and just help uplift her in her time of need. Point number 3 is, if a man want to be a dog, let that man go, honey. Let me tell you, life is way too short to be trying to get some man or a woman or whoever your partner is to stay with you. I had to learn this the hard way when I was in college. You cannot make anyone do anything they don't want to do, and you cannot change. Okay, you cannot change anyone. What is it? A leopard never changes its stripes. Is it stripes or spots? I don't know. Y'all let me know in the comments down below. But with that being said, a dog is gonna be a dog, and I mean, it was probably she kind of was probably blindsided by love back then when they first got married, the honeymoon stages and everything. But I mean, for people to say that he's been carrying out this relationship with Mrs. Hudson, his mistress, for 10 plus years, like a decade plus, I'm just like, Wendy was holding on to false hope, And I mean, for her to come, and I get it, when you're married with someone, marriage is a lifelong commitment, and you intend to be with that person until death do you part. That's marriage. I intend to be with my husband until death do us part. However, I just think enough is enough, and when a man does so much, it's just only so much you can allow. It's just, I don't know, I can't fathom. I'm not in her shoes, and I honestly wouldn't know what I would do if I found out after 10 years my husband had a mistress. I mean, I'm sitting here saying, I'm like, oh, there's no way you couldn't have known, but I don't know. He just seems like he was so like covert with it, like bringing her around. I mean, the pictures that they've taken when Wendy was in the sober house, they laying on the beach and she taking a selfie with the duck lips. I'm just like, whoa, honey. And we all say it couldn't be me, but I genuinely mean that it can't be me. Like I said, I went through that in college, and I know what I will and will not put up with, and that is just one thing I can't put up with. If a man want to be a dog, if a woman want to be a dog, let them be a dog. Don't go out of your way to try to change no one, because you're just going to be left high and dry, or it's going to exhaust you to the point where Wendy was. I mean, she was literally physically ill. She couldn't make money, and her show is what makes money. She's a breadwinner for her house. And I watched another YouTuber say his job was literally just to sit there and be a husband, and that's literally all he had to do. She was bringing in money. She loved this man. She gave him another chance. She said, I can deal with the cheating, but if he has a baby on me, and that's another thing. If someone brings home a child, it's over. Finito. I can't do it. That's just the ultimate betrayal. It just shows you have no loyalty to the person that you married and took your vows for, and it just honestly shows that you really don't give a damn, pretty much. And with that, my last point that I'm going to make: love, sometimes it's not enough. Love isn't worth your sanity. It definitely isn't worth, you being sick or ill and it isn't worth like ruining your life over. I get it. When we find a person that we marry and we want to love and we think we're going to be with for the rest of our lives, like love, what is it from If Beale Street Could Talk? Her mother said, if love brought you this far, trust it all the way. Totally love that statement. I say that to say, you know, trust it as far as it takes you, but when things begin to reveal themselves and it's in plain sight and it's not covert, it's not overt, you know, covert anymore, and it's not covered, and he's just out, and the person's embarrassing you and tarnishing your name, just let it go. Let that go, because at the end of the day, Wendy's still going to be successful. She's still going to have her talk show. She's still making her money. She has her son to live for. She has, I know her family is going to be there for her, and I'm sure she has a plethora of friends who are like, and her sister, she said, came up from Florida, I think she said it was. Probably had to give her, you know, 2 cents, had to be like, sis, you really need to leave this low down dirty dog, okay? But with that being said, I just hope that we all, as Black women, we can learn that, you know, we don't have to put up with a man just because we've been with him for so long and, you know, we have like this rapport and all that. Then like, no, if that man is not treating you right, not loving you, and not doing what he's supposed to do, let him go. I don't care if he's black, white, red, or yellow. Let him go, okay? And not just Black women, but any woman, but specifically my Black queens, okay? And with that being said, I hope you all really enjoyed this video. Please comment down below any questions or concerns or your thoughts on this video as well as topic, and I will see y'all in the next video. All right, peace, and I'm out.
Ocean.